Hi everyone, Miss Curdy here, and today we are starting our next topic, which is on perimeter. So I just want to review a little bit about area and then also talk about perimeter because those two concepts are very closely related and we're actually going to be working with area and perimeter at the same time. So let's do a quick recap on area. So area is the amount of unit squares inside of a figure, and there's different ways to figure out what the area is. One way is to count all of the squares, but we know that's not very efficient. So what we can use is the formula length times width, which is a lot like solving for how many items are in an array. We want to look at what our side length is down and across. And here I've got 4 down and 2 across. So to find that area, I would do 4 times 2. Now, something new we're going to start talking about is perimeter. And perimeter is the distance around a figure. And I have a visual here to show areas on the inside, and perimeter would be all the way around. So area is covering a figure, perimeter is finding the distance around the shape. Perimeter is measured in just regular units, like feet, inches, centimeters, and meters, because we're just figuring out the distance around the figure. Area is measured in square units because we're figuring out how many squares it would take to cover that surface inside the figure. So square feet, square inches, square centimeters, square meters. Perimeter is just regular units, area is always square units, and that makes a big difference. So we want to make sure we're always labeling our area and our perimeter. So to find the perimeter, we just add up all of the sides. So if it's a 4-sided figure, you're going to be adding 4 numbers. If it's a 5-sided figure, you'd add 5 numbers. Whatever it may be, you just add up the side lengths. So here's a quick example of finding area and perimeter of the same figure. So the area is the inside. So to find the area, I just multiply my side lengths. 3 times 4 equals 12. And I always want to be doing my length and my width. I never want to multiply 2 widths together or 2 lengths. I always want one of each. And then the perimeter is adding up all of the side lengths. And if I know that this is 3 and 4, I know my opposite sides are going to be equal. So this down here would be 3 feet, and this across the side would also be 4 feet. So I would add 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4, and I would get a total of 14 feet. Notice my area is in square feet and my perimeter is in just regular feet. So for this topic, we're going to practice finding the perimeter of figures, and then we're also going to be working on finding area and perimeter of the same figure. So these two things go very closely together, but we always have to remember area is on the inside, perimeter is around the outside. Real life situations where you'd use area is anytime you're covering a figure. If you're figuring out how much grass seed you would need to cover your yard, that would be area because you're covering the figure. If you want to know the fencing around your yard, that would be perimeter because it's around the edge. Those are just 2 examples. Painting a wall would be area because you're covering the wall. Putting a border around that wall would be perimeter because it's around the edges. So those are 2 things to keep in mind. Area is covering the inside of a shape. Perimeter is around the outside of the shape. This chart will be hanging up if you need it, and have a great day.